Hi, welcome back to AutoReview. My name is Patrick, and today I'm presenting you the 2014 Ford Fusion with a 2.5 liter engine, 4-cylinder, producing 175 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, 237 Newton meters of torque, top speed 217 and 0 to 100 in 9.4 seconds. So let me show you this car from outside, inside, and then we hit the road as usual. Right, so the Ford Fusion from inside, it's very spacious. It's very comfortable. I really like the seats. You can see they're very nice formed out to hold you in the corners. Steering wheel with a lot of buttons. You'll see when I drive, I'll tell you more about it. Very, very sophisticated and detailed infotainment system. You can individualize it a lot. Touch screen in the middle with GPS. Then you see the center console is very nice designed with a lot of space behind to put your mobile and wallet and everything, which I really like this. So it's kind of open here, so you can get it as well from both sides. 6-speed automatic with the option to shift manually as well. Then we have electronic parking brake, we have automatic parking, and that thing is amazing. It's unbelievable how close this car parks itself. So I'll show you later as well in the video. 2 cup holders with the removable ashtray. Then we have another cup holders indoors. A big storage compartment here with the 2 USBs, SD card reader, aux and 12 volt. And what is really, really smart, they have a space for the cable to go through. So you can close that one and your cable is through without actually damaging it. Perfect, first car I've ever seen this. Then we have the compartment for the sunglasses, sunroof, and actually it was very, very comfortable to drive in this car because you can adjust the headrest to a position where I'm straight, I'm not leaning back with my neck, so that's very, very comfortable. I really like that. There's My Key function, which is something I'm going to explain to you when we're driving, which is a really, really nice feature as well, especially if you have kids that started to drive. And glove compartment is very big as well. Let me show you the rear, the boot, and when we go on the road. The back in the Fusion, let's start with the most important aspect, which is the safety aspect. So I'm going to show you this seat belt. You can see it's a completely different design and it's a bit thicker here on the top because what it does is an inflatable belt. So basically it's a mini airbag inbuilt in here, which is on the left and the right, which keeps your passengers and your children safe. So then space-wise, I'm 184 adjusted to me in the front. So look how much space I have in the back. This much leg room, this much headroom. We have pockets on the side and the left door and on the right doors to put cups and smaller stuff. 2 cup holders in the middle and an armrest which you can fold up as well. 2 air vents, however you cannot control the temperature or turn it on and off. 12 volt socket, and which is much better, even a 110 volt socket to charge anything. And yes, it's very comfortable, really, really comfortable. 3 headrests. Let me show you the boot and then we drive. The Fusion from the back, very clean, very clear. You have the red and white lights. I don't like orange, as you have seen if you watch my videos. Ford badge in the middle, then the Fusion on the left, SE on the right. SE is the top range version from Ford. Then to open the boot, you can do it either with the remote. You press 2 times on the button, it will pop open, or basically here, the reverse camera. And the boot is really, really big. I mean, this is my slider, nearly a meter long, and it fits inside and still has space. So that's really, really big. Same here. And what I really like is the loading height is not very high, so it's low, and as well you have very big opening. Then we always have in American cars this remote opening. I don't know how many people get stuck in the boots or so many people get killed all the time or try to get killed, but okay, it's there. And one more thing that I want to highlight actually, you see that the parking sensor is very much on the side of the car. Why we have this? Actually, the car is equipped with a warning system that allows you when you reverse out of the parking bay to cross the traffic or to check the traffic that is coming in this direction, either left or right, which is really, really nice. Okay, so enough talking about the car. Let's actually get in the car and drive it. All right, let's go. So, what can I tell you about the car? First of all, it is very, very comfortable. I had it for a week, and it is very, very comfortable, I have to say. I really enjoyed driving it. It's Especially the seats are very comfortable and they gave me sufficient support on the side. Sorry. And the car is just made for long distance driving, highway, between cities, a lot of kilometers you can drive with this car. Okay, main point why Ford is a recommendation for my side in regards to buying cars, and this is in general about Ford in the UAE, is they have one of the best warranties here. So this one has a 5-year warranty with 100,000 kilometers, and in addition to that, a service package for 60,000 kilometers. So you don't have to pay a single dirham for the first 60,000 kilometers of your car in regards to servicing the car, which is really great. Let's go right. So that is the main point why Ford has to be taken into consideration when you look into buying a car. So this one particular, the Fusion 2014 model in the SE trim, is equipped with a lot of safety features. So it has Bliss blind spot assistant in the mirrors. It has what I mentioned to you as well. It has the reverse detection as well if you drive out of a parking bay. So it checks the traffic for you. I checked this yesterday. It worked very good. Then we have collision warning, which is an option. It's not available in this particular model here, but you can get it as well. We have reverse camera, which I showed you as well, with the parking sensor in the front and in the back. And in general, it's very well equipped. And this particular one is priced around 120 to 125,000. Please, I'll just put it in the description below. And they just start around 80,000 dirham for the Fusion. Obviously, it's not going to be equipped as well as this one, but it's going to be good equipped, so it's very competitive. Then we have tons of individualization possibilities, and we have this split screen, which you have this left side, which shows you fuel and trip and RPM, and the RPM is actually a digital RPM. We have the speedo is an analog speedo in the middle. And on the right side you have radio, so basically entertainment, phone, compass, and climate. Cool thing is you can control the AC temperature and speed of the driver's side over the steering wheel, over the button here. You don't even have to press the buttons on the center console, which is really good, so it keeps you focused on the traffic. On the left side, as I said, you have different things. You have information, settings, fuel economy, trip 1 and 2 in display mode. And this will basically change in between the different things. So you have either this kind of fuel and RPM in the middle, or you have a big RPM, like a round one. Then touchscreen works very well. Navigation actually is a bit weird. You don't have a button to get into navigation, so actually you see it's very clean. The center console, you have only the ASC unit controls and just the radio unit control. That's it. All the rest is over the touchscreen. And how to get to the navigation, you have to press the left button here for longer. If you hold it, you get into the menu actually, and then you can change all the things. If you want to go back in navigation, you hold it for a few seconds and you come back to navigation. Funny thing is, when I was driving on a highway, I was driving at 140 kilometers an hour. Actually GPS tells me 136, so that seems to be a 4-kilometer difference between the speedo and the actual speed as per GPS. However, I don't want to try it out and go more than that because of speed cameras. Then I really like the design of the center console, which is something really nice. We have the 12 volt here for cigarettes as well. I hate people when they smoke in the car, but whatever. Then space for my phone to hold it here. The automatic parking, which is on the right side, sorry. The automatic parking brake on the left. Though here I would, again, I always criticize car manufacturers that build in an electronic parking brake but don't have the auto hold function on the traffic light. So that needs to be fixed. As I said, everything is adjustable over the steering wheel. Mirrors are electric, seats are electric for driver and passenger, as well as the lumbar support for the driver. Then we have memory seats, 3 different settings. And why we have these 3 different settings? So you have you and your wife, and for example, you have a son, right? Coming now to the sun, what I mentioned as well, they have this My Key function, which is something I haven't heard before, which is really nice. It basically allows you to program a second key with different parameters of the car to be not overdone. Okay, it's a bit difficult how I can explain this. Basically, a second key you can program in a way that the car drives only a certain speed, the music volume can be only to a certain volume, and different settings of the car can be adjusted to For example, if you give it to your son, so your son just did your driver's license, did his driver's license, you want him to drive, but you don't want him to drive this thing max out and high RPMs and all these things, you can just limit it. It's a great function. I really like this. Well done, Ford. Really, I can only congratulate you for doing something like this. I was always looking for something like this, and that will help prevent kids killing themselves, basically, which is good. Then, as I said, center console is very big with a lot of compartment possibilities, 2 USBs and all these things. And what I said as well is you have that cable here, and that is just great. You're not gonna break your cable. I love that. Okay, close this. We have a lot of space in the back, which is good. We have a huge boot. Really, you can put big luggage inside. I usually travel with big luggage. I would be able to put in 2 of them. We have the sunroof. What I really always like as well is the glass holder, or how you call that thing, compartment to put your sunglasses or your glasses. And in general, the car is very, very nice to drive. Fuel consumption, let me just check quickly. I had 10.5 liters, 10.8 liters, which is okay. Now, in regards to the driving, performance-wise, the car is on the comfortable side, right? So it's very comfortably set up. And so is the transmission, the engine. Even though it's a 2.5 liter, and we have 175 horsepower, it's not very agile. It drives comfortable. I don't want to say slow, I want to say comfortable. If you want, you can put it in sport. You have it here, or you can shift manually over the buttons here. However, it's not really a performance car. The car is a bit heavy, 1,550 kilograms, which is actually not bad as a curb weight, 1,550 kilo. But obviously, if you load it with passengers, 5 people, you're going to end up more than 2 tons. And because it's a 4-cylinder and it's not turbocharged, it struggles a bit. Let me just show what I mean. I don't know if I can explain it properly to you, but it seems like it's a bit like, I need to go, I don't want to go, you know? So I think what I've heard is that they're gonna bring the Fusion at one point with the same engine as in the Ford Focus ST, which is a great car to drive, has a great engine with 250 horsepower, but it's a turbocharged one. And I think that will be a better option, just to drive a bit faster. I don't know if it's going to be a Fusion ST, I don't think so, but this engine and this setup here is really made for cruising and long distance driving. One more criticism I have is it looks great from the front, I like it from the back, I like the whole shape of the car. However, why do you put 17-inch on this car? This car is too big to have 17-inch rims. It just doesn't look good, it looks small, and it looks a bit cheap. So please go either for the 18-inch or get some after-market rims, 19s or something like that. Other than that, I really like this car, I really enjoy driving it, I like the design of it. I love this automatic parking. I'm gonna put the video in now for you because I have to show you this, and it's amazing how close this car actually parks itself to the side curbs, and it's amazing. So from my side, thumbs up, check it out for sure, especially if you look for a sedan in the price range, depends on which model you choose, between the 80 to 120,000 range. As I said, the warranty is amazing, it's really, really great. And let me see if I can find now a parking to show you how this car parks itself. So maybe we're gonna be lucky here. I'm not quite sure. Okay, here we go, we have one. Okay, so press it. Here we go. Searching for parking space on the right. Let's see if it's gonna work. It found one. Okay, stop, reverse, let the car pass by, and now look at this. The only thing I have to do is to slow down the car, and I'm always damn afraid how close this car actually parks in the front. Finished. I really love this function, this is amazing. And now here there is no side skirt very close by, but I did it yesterday and the car literally parked that close. That close to the sidewalk. It's amazing. So if you like this video, please share it, like it, comment below, leave any questions that you have, subscribe to the channel. and I'll see you next time. Cheers!